There, this is Pete Montesino with Service First Mortgage. I'm your mortgage doc. Hey, wanted to briefly go over in this video e-closings. Have you heard of them? Some of us have, others haven't. It's new technology that we started utilizing, I guess, about a year and a half or so ago, and I want to explain it to you. So, to get rolling, what we're going to do is first talk about traditional home loan closings, and then we're going to talk about e-closings. This will only take a few minutes, so bear with me, okay? So, e-closings, have you heard of them yet? Some of us have, some of us haven't. So let's talk about traditional closings. Everything up until closing is virtually the same with lenders, okay, with regarding this process. We're going to process the loan, we're going to underwrite the loan, we're going to approve it. When it starts to change is after clear to close. So once the loan is ready for closing, this is where the differences come in. What we're going to do is we're going to still go back and forth with the title company to make sure all of the closing costs are done right, and that's called the closing disclosure. So you'll be receiving the closing disclosure like normal within hopefully 4 days before closing. It's usually 3 or 4 pages. You'll acknowledge and send back. So this is where the differences occur. Once the loan is clear to close, you've acknowledged the closing disclosure. The lender is going to send over the closing documents to the title company. The stack could be like that big, this big, somewhere in there. Just depends. Depends on the lender, but it's going to be big. When you get to closing, you'll schedule with your agent or your loan officer. Lender will schedule closing with you at the title company. When you walk into the title company, you sit down with the closing agent, and you'll start going through this set of closing documents. Each one needs to be signed. So if it's you signing, if it's you and if you have a significant other, spouse, if you're buying the house with, you'll both sign. If you're doing a power of attorney, God forbid, that's going to be a lot because you're going to have to sign for the other person too. I mean, you could sign hundreds of times. So you definitely need to work out your wrist, okay? Make sure that it's good and ready to go. Eat a banana before you go to closing. Make sure you got a lot of energy. So yeah, you're going to go through a lot of papers. And you're going to have to schedule the appointment. You're going to take time away out of your day to go to a closing. So you're going to go in. You're going to sign all these pages. Once you're done signing, you get your keys, right? No, that's not normally the case. What's going to happen after closing is you're going to sign. Title company is going to take all of those papers, and they're going to go back to their office, and they're going to scan and email, usually, to the lender's closing department. And the closing department takes anywhere from, it could be 15 minutes, it could be 6 hours before they review. It really depends on the day of the week and the time of the month. So when they get those papers, they're going to review, and as long as everything's done right, they will authorize the title company to fund. So let's say it takes them a few hours and something's done wrong. You missed a document, you didn't sign your name right, something. They're going to have to send it back to the title company, and title company will get with you to fix whatever was wrong. After that, you will get your keys. Traditional closing. I don't want to knock it because we still do a lot of traditional closings and we fund very quickly, but that is the normal process with traditional closings. You have to sign, it goes to the lender's funding department for funding, and then the keys are given to you once it is funded. So, shift gears to an e-closing. So, this is how an e-closing works, and these are the benefits. So, everything is the same, like we talked about. Processing's the same. Underwriting's the same. Approval's the same. Clear to close is the same. Even going back and forth, title company and lender to get the final closing costs done right is the same. But this is where it starts to change. You'll still get your closing disclosure with all the fees. You'll acknowledge them 3 or 4 days in advance. From there, if your loan is done, the lender can then provide you with the closing package to review, all electronically. So you can do all of this right from your house. You can do it from your phone, you can do it from your laptop, you can do it from your tablet, whatever. So after that, you're ready for closing, right? So you got your documents a couple of days before, you're going into the title company to close. You don't have to close in the title company, but a lot of us still like to. It's the experience, right? You go in, you're there with the closing agent, you're there with the title, the realtor and the lender, and you sit down to sign. Now, the signing is completely different. I mean, if you ate the banana, great. You don't really have to eat the banana, but if you ate the banana, great. But still, now you're just going to click buttons. You're going to click 3 or 4 times to sign your signature, and that's it. All of your signatures will now transfer to the rest of the documents that need to be signed. That is it. So you go in and you can sign, again, you've reviewed your documents, how you reviewed them, but you can sign from a cell phone, a tablet, a laptop. You can sign it in the new house if you want to. You don't even have to be at the title company. So that's so cool. So it makes it so hassle-free. You only have to sign a few documents. It's done. It's over. You've reviewed everything already the day or two before. So once you've signed that last document and you hit submit, it immediately shoots into our system as a lender, and it funds immediately, which means if you're at the title company, you get the keys. If you're signing in the house, your realtor's got the keys in their back pocket, they hand them to you. So that's it. You are done. Benefits of the e-closing. Technology is headed this way. There's only a few of us lenders out there that actually do this well. We happen to be one of them. We're getting on board with several other title companies. Everyone's adapting to this new technology. So that's what it is. That's what it's all about. It's super exciting. So if you have any questions, if you want to talk, please feel free to reach out. I've got my phone number, email, website. Subscribe. I'm going to give all kinds of cool information. We're going to talk about e-closings. We're going to talk about the entire process. So if you need anything, please reach out, and I hope to talk to you soon. So here's a little bit more of my info. Yeah, I'm here, and I look forward to visiting with you. Take care.